Like I love going to my daughter's soccer practices when I can. You know, she understands daddy work. You know what I'm saying? But I love that part of like I'm not gonna keep chasing after something that way it's taken because I'm taken away from this.
Right.
I look up my daughter's in high school. And I'm like, man, where'd time go? But I'm up here chasing after something that don't love me the same as my daughter do. Right. So like I told IT, had a real conversation with like he posted something. And I told IT, I said, man, unball your fist, man. Unball your fist. Stop being so mad, man. The game just don't love you no more. Like it's time to move to that next chapter of your life. Cause I was him. I was the same way my last year of playing.
Why is it so? Why is that so tough? Especially
because it's all you've been doing your whole life.
Yeah.
You haven't done anything. It's like you've been known as a basketball player.
And what do you tell those guys and how to do that transition to find that next thing?
I started finding that next thing like 5 years before I retired.
Okay.
Like the game's you're not gonna play. Everybody think you're gonna play basketball forever. It's like guys would be like, "Oh, I'm playing till the wheels fall off." Yeah. Okay. Then what?
Right. The ball stop bouncing for everybody someday.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it's like, what's the next thing? Like, what is it? What's your other interest? I always wanted to be a coach. I never thought about being anything else. You know, I was going to always be a part of basketball. Right. But it's like certain things. I know if I put my mind to anything, I can really be whatever I want to be.
Right.
Like I'm low key an agent now, but I just didn't go to because I do deals all the time for everybody.
Right.
So I know if I want to go in that lane, I can go in that lane.
Yeah.
But that's not what I'm passionate about. Right. And at the end of the day, it's just you're chasing something that just like I knew it was over for me. And my last year playing when I outplayed everybody and then I was in a suit and tie because I was inactive. And I just got done scoring 18 points every game with 4 assists. But you got Ricky Rubio making $23 million. We just drafted Chris Dunn. We got Tyus Jones. I'm the old head now. I'm 30. Well, I retired at 34. Yeah. So I'm 34. I'm an insurance policy if one of them guys get hurt. But at the time my wife was pregnant, I wasn't around for my first. I was there for the birth of my child because I had them cut me on the 7th. Like I knew I was getting cut.
Right.
Because
your daughter was gonna.
No, not just that. Because I knew they weren't gonna pay me $2.2 million just to sit on the end of the bench for the rest of the year when they can go out and bring guys in that's younger. And I wasn't mad at it. Wasn't mad at it because now I got to be home, saw the birth of my daughter. And that's when I was like, I told my wife, I didn't even tell her I was retiring. I wrote like this long post on my Instagram with some Jordans I had hung up on uncutted, like the net was uncutted, like so just to go. And I said, man, I ain't gave this game my whole entire life. It's time for me to move on. Like went through a whole spill, and then my wife woke up and was like, "You for real?" Like, I didn't tell nobody, and I wrote it at like 3 a.m.
Wow.
It was just like, my dad called me. He was like, "It's about time." He was like, "I've been told." You know, it was just more like, why keep putting my? Because you, as a player, what people don't realize, and you like this, it's an emotional roller coaster. Especially where I was at, like it was just some like in the league, out the league. Playing, not playing. It was just like the highs, then you get back low. Then you got to go overseas and then you come back. And it's like, you got to be mentally tough to like, that's why I tell these kids, I say, y'all don't know the half of what you got to go through.
Their adversity is their coach pulled them out of the game after they missed
the
shot.
Or they leave. Now you got, they'll leave a team to go to another team and then leave a team to go to another team. It's like, is it your fault or the coach? It can't be the coach's fault all the time because the coaches don't leave.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, you can't fool me. Like, if you're the only person leaving every time, guess what? You're the problem, my guy. Like, you know, most likely you. It's not the coach. Well, oh man, he did. Then, oh man, did like what do we like? You know what I'm saying? So it's just like own it. That's why I tell my kid, figure it out. Like, stop running. Because if you run now, you're running for the rest of your life. Like, only reason I transferred from Baylor is because my teammate murdered my other teammate, and the coach was cheating and lying about the murder. So that's why I left to go to Oklahoma State. And only, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
that's a pretty
like,
good reason to move.
No, I'm just saying, but it's like, I really have been through everything in this game. Dang. And they're like, so is
you need to write a book. You writing a book?
No.
You writing a book, John.
I rather
need to.
So what I'm saying is like these parents are letting these kids run. Like, what are you teaching your son? Are you a young lady? It's okay to jump. If something don't work, get out of it and go this way. Oh, that don't work. Go. Like, what are we teaching? Like,
no, that's what's wrong with our generation is that they run from adversity. They don't ever face it. They don't ever learn how to deal with it. And so when stuff happens and they're an adult, they have, and it leads to it. It's actually proven. It leads to the mental health issues because the mental toughness wasn't built when somebody could hold them and walk them through their failures. And that is what I preach. Like, let your kids wash their own clothes. Simple. Hey, if they forget their jersey.
Now, tell her, you're right, but I didn't wash my clothes. I'm just kidding. Oh man, I didn't learn how to wash clothes till I got to college. And
did you have to clean your room?
No.
Oh my gosh. Okay, please tell me this. Then how did I guess you learned discipline by going into
the gym
and drug houses and pulling people
out. Right? No. So I learned this. My dad, he said, "This is your job."
Okay.
Right. So I mean, we had a.
So what would happen if you didn't go to the gym?
What you mean? I was at the weight room running outside.
No. Like if you missed a workout, was there consequences?
I never missed a workout.
So because it's something you love. That's interesting.
No, I'm just saying I'm just saying like I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I was just saying I didn't do that growing up because it was taken away from me being in the gym.
Got it. Okay.
So that was the flip side. So I didn't learn how to wash my own clothes till I got to college. Like my sophomore year, I dated this girl. She was like, oh, you don't wash your clothes? I was taking my clothes to the cleaners, like to a wash and fold. Like I'd rather spend the bread because I didn't know it. So I'll just go take a bag. I'm being honest.
No, I guess I want to get to is this. What adversity did your parents let you live through when you were younger then that created you being able to handle the ups and downs of the NBA?
I mean, I was just there. To me, like the NBA was just, that's what I grew up in.
Yeah, so you saw it.
I knew what it was. Like, because I grew up, like, I used to go on road trips with my dad when I was in middle school. So I got to see how a pro is.
Right.
Like I said, it was a crash course with me. Mm-hmm. Like, I used to leave school Thursdays. My dad had 2 games on the weekends on the road. I fly on the team plane. I learned how to play blackjack. I learned how to shoot dice on the plane with the players. Like I saw the players who was really into like getting their rest of what they ate, what they put in their system. I saw the players who liked to gamble. I just saw it all. I saw the coaches, how they cut film, how they give scouting reports, how they relay messages. Like I'm 5th grade looking at this, soaking this in.
Yeah.
Like I knew how to order room service. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm just saying, right. Like, but my dad also like I could go out by myself. I'm in 5th, 6th grade. I can go walk around Miami by myself as long as I was in. I had to stay in a certain area, but Lord, you know what I'm saying? But I could go out and see. He was like, "This is what you're gonna be. You know, you need if you say you want to be a pro, I'm gonna show you how to be a pro. So when you get there, you know how to be a pro."